Can I change my phone number and email address and re-give the MCAT test? My brother gave an MCAT test on my behalf and cleared the interview. Can you share the frequently given topics in MCAT test and also share the test preparation material? My laptop battery died and it turned off. Will I be considered rejected? So I do not have a PC. Can I do all these tests from my phone? How can I get the exception if I miss passing the MCAT test by just 1 or 2 marks? In my previous video, many of you posted several questions in the comments section, and here I am with the answers to ensure you get the required information. It doesn't matter if you're watching this video before giving the MCAT test or after. Watch closely because these are real-time problems people face with the test, and the answers will help you a lot during or after the test. Let's dive straight into it and take our first question of this video. Can I change my email address and phone number and re-give the MCAT test? Another similar question I got says, I got rejected 3 days ago. Can't I change my details and retry within my cooling off period? Well, the answer to this question lies in the registration form itself. So at the time of registration, you're required to enter your personal details like your first and last name, father's name, address, date of birth, email address, phone number, and so on. And to be honest with you, at the time of re-registration, you can easily change your details in the registration form, but you would still not be able to give the MCAT test until your cooling off period is over. Company will get to know that it's you again who's trying to re-register with different details. So here the company played a twist in the registration form and made the system so foolproof that bypassing it is not possible. If you remember, at the time of registration, you have to enter your Aadhaar card number and re-verify the details. One can change his phone number and can create a free new email address, but they cannot change the Aadhaar number, which is already there in the company's database through your last registration. And with the help of your Aadhaar number, they track the profiles and get to know that it's you again who's trying to re-register and give the MCAT test. You can't even claim that you made a mistake and entered a wrong Aadhaar card number twice, because they simply do not entertain such human errors at all. In such cases, the company ends the matter right there, stating that they do not accept incorrect Aadhaar card entry. Hence, the MCAT test stands invalid. So in a nutshell, you can't retake the test until your cooling off period ends. The best thing to do would be to wait for 7 days, prepare yourself better than last time, and then give the MCAT test again. Let's move on to our next question. My brother gave an MCAT test on my behalf and cleared the test. Well, this is not really a question, but it was an interesting case that I came across a few days ago and thought of including it in the video to help you understand its possibility. Can the company track such cheating? So it's an interesting case. There was a candidate who wanted to join the company as a fresher and thought, since all my rounds will be conducted virtually, why not take some help from his elder brother who has prior BPO experience and have good communication skills. He registered himself and requested his brother to appear for the MCAT test on his behalf, which his brother cleared without much issues. He was really happy that his trick worked and decided that his brother would appear for all the remaining rounds as well, reasoning that if there was no problem in this initial test, there wouldn't be any issue in the remaining rounds as well. So his brother appeared for all the remaining rounds like HR, Versant, and Operations round, clearing them all without much troubles. He literally enjoyed the trick since he got a job without even saying a single word in the entire interview process. Now, all he had to do was to collect his offer letter and join the organization. But here comes the twist in the story. Concentrix follows a very strict documentation process where you have to fill out an application form and send it to them before they send you the job offer. Basically, the HR sends you an email requesting specific documents such as the application form, ID proofs, and a passport size photograph. Once the documents are received, both the HR and the documentation team verifies whether the candidate who appeared for the interview rounds matches the one whose ID proofs and photos were submitted. And since all the rounds are recorded, the videos of your rounds and your documents are cross-checked to ensure that they belong to the same person. This entire process helps the company determine if the candidates themselves gave all the rounds or took an external help. Since this falls under serious integrity issue, the company mostly imposes a lifetime ban on such candidates. I hope this story has helped you understand how the company checks candidates' tests and how well their system is designed that it does not allow any kind of manipulation or cheating to happen. Let's move on to our next question, which is another frequently asked question. The question says, can you share the frequently given topics and the study material for the MCAT test preparation? Guys, you will see a list of common and frequently given topics for the Voice AMCAT test right on your screen. Feel free to pause the video and read them or take a screenshot to read them later. Just remember, these topics are for a specific section of the test. The Voice AMCAT test has quite a few sections where each section is different and each section's level of difficulty is also different as well. Hence, it won't be sensible for me to share the study material for all these sections at the same place, as you may get confused. For complete preparation, I suggest you to watch my AMCAT test video, where I've shared all the required tips and tricks on how to clear the test with the examples along with all the study materials specific to each section to help you clear the test. So you must check that out. Now let's move on to a next question that says, my laptop battery died and it turned off. Will I be considered rejected since I could not complete my test? Well, usually companies do penalize candidates by rejecting them for not ensuring the device is completely charged before taking an important test. However, I believe Concentrix has done a great job in handling this kind of situation. So if your device turns off due to a battery issue, you must immediately charge it, whether it's a laptop or a phone, and try to relaunch the test. Your test will resume from where you left off. This means you're not rejected. Your test will resume automatically, but you should try restarting the test as soon as possible. By the way, this is not the case with the version test. If your device turns off in between the tests, it takes it as you have completed the test. But for MCAT, your test will resume for now. But I'm not sure if this policy will be altered in near future. Just make sure that your device is fully charged before taking the test. Let's move on to a next question that says, how can I get the exception if I miss passing the MCAT test by just 1 or 2 marks? Unfortunately, no exceptions are provided by the company if you miss clearing the MCAT test by just 1 or 2 marks. In such cases, you will need to retake the test to achieve the required passing score. However, it's very important to stay positive. Missing the test by just 1 or 2 marks shows that you're very close to the success. I'm pretty confident that after watching my videos, you'll be able to surpass required marks very easily. So our next question is, how long is the test valid for? Guys, I'm asked this same question in many different ways, where people share their problems and ask me within how many days they can attempt the test. I understand that at times there are unavoidable circumstances that cannot be avoided. But anyways, the test is actually valid for 7 days. If you do not give the MCAT test within that time, you'll be disqualified automatically. But the good news is, after 7 days, you can re-register yourself and a new test will be assigned to you. But my recommendation would be, whatever the situation is, try to handle that first. But if at all you get some time, try to attempt the test as soon as possible. The reason why I'm insisting on this is because in every process, there are limited openings, and many candidates apply for these processes every day. Delay could mean missing out on hiring that particular process that you're interested for, and you might have to wait for a longer time to reappear for the same process, or you'll be forced to apply for another process. Our next question is, how many attempts are allowed per person for the MCAT test? So the answer to this question starts with a good news that there is no specific limit to the number of attempts for the MCAT test. You can attempt the test after every 7 days once your cooling off period is over, and continue trying until you succeed. Our next question is, so I don't have a PC. Can I do all these tests from my phone? Well, the answer is yes, you can. Make sure you're using a smartphone with a front camera. Install SHL app from the App or Play Store. Go back to the test email, find an option that says click here to start the test, plug in your earphones, and you're all set to go. Guys, before we move on to another important question, I want to talk about something truly important to me, and that's your support and connection. If you're enjoying this video, then please give me a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it helpful, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on my future videos. Your support means the world. Our next question is there an age limit for taking the MCAT test? The answer is the minimum age requirement for taking the MCAT test is 18 years, and there is no upper age limit specified by the company. However, individuals above 40 years may encounter challenges in securing executive level positions. But yes, if a candidate showcases strong skills and relevant experience without significant profile gaps, the company may consider their application. Our next question is, how can I go back and correct the answer in the MCAT test? Well, this is just a quick question, but the thing is, you cannot go back and change the answer in the MCAT test. Once an answer is submitted, it's final. Just a heads up, this is part 2 of the MCAT test FAQ series. In my previous video, I've covered several crucial frequently asked questions. If you haven't watched my MCAT FAQ series video 1 yet, I strongly recommend you to do so, as it covers even more crucial questions. And if you're yet to take the MCAT test, then you must watch my MCAT test preparation video, where you will find all the required tips, tricks, and study material to ace the actual test itself. So depending on your needs, click on one of the videos appearing on the screen, MCAT FAQ Series 1 video or MCAT test preparation video, and I'll guide you further towards success in that video. Bye-bye now.